Hi viewers, this is Josie and you have reached my channel Into Light. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today I'm going to do a little mini cast and I've entitled it Calling Abundance into Our Lives. Calling abundance into our lives. As we pray, and we pray for others, and by the way, it's very empowering to pray for others as ourselves. I do it every day. And the reason I do it is because we are all one. We're all connected to one another. If somebody else is doing really good and operating on a higher vibration, really going for abundance and prosperity in their lives on every level, that affects all of us. It's like a tumbler effect, and it's a boomerang. You know, what we put out is what we get back. I know that I probably sound like a broken record, and I say that every time I talk to you, but it is so truthful. It comes from the truth. So it's empowering to pray for others as we pray for ourselves. But prayer is really not so much the words we use, but prayer is realizing and focusing on the unity that we possess with the divine, and perceiving any situation as already healed. As we pray for abundance, we can use the words that affirm a practice of wholeness, mindfulness, and well-being in every circumstance in our lives. I always like to say to Spirit, let your highest will be in every aspect of my life. What else what better thing could we ask for? What could we ask for that's higher than that? That Spirit's highest will be done in our lives. We turn it over to Spirit, and we get out of Spirit's way that way. So, okay. Let's see. Yes, and we can do this for ourselves and other people. And, you know, the flowing of oneness and connectedness automatically gets solidified when we do that, when we pray for others as well. There can be nothing more fulfilling than becoming aware of the presence of Spirit in our lives. We go through trials and tribulations and struggles in our lives. No one is escaping that. No one escapes that. It's part of why we came here to begin with, to evolve our souls, to learn from our experiences. So when we become aware of Spirit in our lives through prayer, through meditation, through our dreams, through our everyday lives, we can attain a higher vibration in our everyday lives. It's bringing our unique spirituality, not just keeping it within ourselves, but sharing it with other people through our global experience, so to speak, our community, our family, our friends, our loved ones. The ways to attain abundance is definitely what I'd like to talk about next is the way to attain abundance. The lack concept that has no power. Only faith creates possibility, not lack. So it's more important to talk about what by staying in the now, we talk about what we want for our future. What we want for our future as abundance and prosperity. We don't really try not to glean and overly focus on the lack, because we call it the lack concept. It has absolutely no power, and it's not going to get us anywhere. What it does is it paralyzes us, basically, because it's filled with fear. Only faith creates possibility. To have faith creates a possibility. When we seep ourselves in faith, God fills our being. We are surrounded by fears of lack and limitation through the news media, some social media. We kind of have to be discerning about what we listen to and what we take in, because a lot of it is fear-based, and fear is the absence of love in all of our lives. That's what fear is. So as we perceive ourselves or others, we draw in the divine, unlimited capacity to not just exist, but to thrive, This gives us more possibility to express love and light in our lives and flow out to the world. Abundance is an awareness. It's a state of mind, and it's a state of heart and soul. So it's really important for us to say yes to abundance, an open mind and heart to gratefulness. Gratefulness creates and cultivates a plenty consciousness. So we want to go from a lack consciousness to a plenty consciousness. And it's moving forward into our prosperity and our abundance. And that doesn't necessarily mean just finances and property and solid things. Abundance and prosperity can be in a love situation. It could be in a family situation. It's absolutely the connection we have with our source that keeps us blessed. And asking for what we want is not a shame. It's prideful. It's a proud thing to ask for what you want, because there is a divine superior that is watching over us all the time, that really loves us unconditionally. The key to abundance lives within us. It's not outside of us, it's in us. And our mind, body, spirit. So the key to abundance lives within us and opens up our mind, our body, and our spirit to divine ideas that can inspire us to live abundantly and be in the state of thanksgiving. When we're in the state of gratefulness and we're in the state of appreciation and thanksgiving, the universe wants to give us more. So we put out that gratefulness and that appreciation and thanksgiving every day. Even though there are some parts of our lives that we want to change, we might be lacking in something. We might be looking for a new career. We might be wanting a partner in our lives for companionship, or we want a child. So we come to spirit with mind, body, and spirit, and spirit gives us these divine ideas that can inspire us to live more abundantly. It opens up our minds. It clears our minds. Fear has a way of fogging up our minds. It just does, because there's no love attached to fear. Okay? When we're grateful and the universe reacts to that, what we put out as gratefulness, we get back. Now, this holds true with finances too. Finances is just another form of energy. Everything is energy. Just like this crystal is that my granddaughter got from me. And she didn't know what it was. And I'll show it to you. Here it is. Right here, some of you crystal people can see this. It's called rhodochrosite, and its properties are based completely around love. Abundance, prosperity, and love. So I wanted to show you this today because everything has energy. Everything has energy, and this particular crystal has the energy of love brought to it. And I'd like to bring this to you, all of you viewers, to know that love is the answer, love is everything. And where there is fear, there's a lack of love. So putting love in everything you do, every conversation you have, looking at other people through the eyes of love instead of criticism or judgment. Because when we criticize and judge others for what they have or not have or whatever, what we're really doing is we're mirroring ourselves and we're criticizing that part of us. So maybe, you know, it's time to look at that and fix that if you want to. The bottom line is we have absolutely no control, nor should we, nor would we want to, have control over other people's behavior. It all starts with us. It all starts with us inside of us. Each one of us creates a critical mass, and that critical mass is brought here. We're all brought here for one reason. It's to love ourselves and to love each other so we can create a better world for everybody. I want to thank you so much today for this brief little mini cast and having me share it with you. The abundance in our lives. I'd love to do more on this subject in the future, and we've just touched on this subject, but I think these mini casts are really good for kind of a daily reminder of what Spirit is doing for us and all the blessings that we have every single day of our lives. Thank you so much for joining me today and Into Light as my channel. If you happen to like this a little mini cast, thank you for pressing the like button and subscribing to the channel, because it really helps. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you on the next round. Signing off here for Josie, signing off Into Light. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.